Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at IndieBoosting.
Okay.
You're probably here because you want to learn more about this platform for indie creators.
Right.
And we've got just a thing for you.
Yeah.
We're going to be dissecting this document that looks like some sort of product overview.
Cool.
And it's all about this system that helps indie creators get more exposure,
hmm
but also earn some passive income.
Sounds good to me.
So it sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah. I mean, that really seems to address the problem that a lot of indie creators have,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
which is, they can create amazing things, but,
Right.
how do they get it in front of the right people?
Yeah, how do they stand out from the crowd?
Yes,
How do they get
exactly.
that visibility? So how does indie boosting help with that? Like what's the
Well,
big idea?
IndieBoosting.com is what's called a SaaS platform,
Oh,
software as a service.
okay.
And basically what it does is it connects successful indie creators that they call boosters
Boosters.
with newer creators who are looking for exposure.
Okay.
And the boosters can earn passive income by showcasing new products on their sites.
Gotcha.
And the newer creators get more visibility and kind of get that boost of credibility from somebody who's already established.
So it's almost like a specialized influencer network for indie products.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
That's really interesting. Okay, so tell me how it works.
All right.
What does this boosting actually look like?
So the way it works is boosters immigrate indie boosting widgets
Okay.
directly into their website,
Okay.
and these widgets showcase the newer creators' products.
Gotcha. So they're leveraging that existing audience
Exactly.
that the established creators already have.
Mm,
That's really cool. And the document mentions there's a couple of different types of widgets.
yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so they've got two main types. They've
Okay.
got rotating widgets, which
Okay.
randomly cycle through various products.
Gotcha.
And this can keep things fresh and unpredictable for the audience.
Okay.
And then they have fixed widgets,
Mm-hmm.
which are designed for more targeted promotion. This would be where a booster might want to feature specific products within a blog post
Right.
or other content. And then that allows for more strategic recommendations that are tied to a specific topic.
So it's not just random exposure.
Right.
There's some thought put into matching
It's
the
strategic.
products to the audience.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Okay. So who's the founder of Indie Boosting?
So the founder is Nguyen Adui,
Okay.
and he goes by at Goongayan online.
Right.
And his idea was that he wanted to create a more supportive environment for indie creators,
Okay.
one that fosters collaboration and
Ah.
really helps talented individuals kind of break through the noise.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The indie scene is very competitive.
It is.
So any way to kind of get support is really great.
Absolutely.
So speaking of support, what are the specific benefits that Indie Boosting highlights for both the creators and the boosters?
For each side, they have this list of top 5 benefits.
Cool.
And so for the newer creators, it's really all about getting more eyes on their products. Gain credibility through endorsements from established figures.
Right.
And then also boosting their SEO through backlinks.
Okay, so talk to me about the backlinks.
Yeah, so backlinks can really help a website kind of climb up the search engine rankings.
Gotcha.
And that can make a huge difference in terms of visibility.
Right, because more people are going to see it if it's higher in the search results.
Exactly.
And that's what everybody wants.
Right.
Okay, so what about the boosters? What are their main benefits?
Well, of course, passive income is a big one.
Yeah.
Indie boosting even uses phrases like money-making machines
Okay.
and passive income paradise.
All right, so they're not shy
No,
about saying you can make some money.
no, they're not.
Okay, cool. Aside from passive income, what are some of the other benefits?
Well, they also emphasize the community aspect,
Okay.
helping out new creators, solidifying their own position as kind of a leader in the indie world,
Gotcha.
and also just keeping their website fresh and engaging with this constantly updated stream of new products.
So it's not just about getting paid to promote products,
Right.
it's also adding value to their own website
Exactly.
and contributing to the growth of the community.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so you mentioned SEO a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain a bit more about how indie boosting helps with that?
Yeah, definitely. So when a booster features a product on their site,
Okay.
Indie Boosting automatically creates a backlink from the booster site to the creator's product page.
Okay.
And backlinks are essentially like votes of confidence
Okay.
in the eyes of search engines like Google.
Gotcha.
So the more high quality backlinks a site has, the
Mhm.
higher its domain authority will be,
Okay.
which is essentially a measure of a website's reputation and trustworthiness.
So by getting featured on these bigger sites that already have a lot of authority,
Right.
that's going to help boost the indie creator search ranking.
Exactly.
That's smart. Okay, so let's talk about the nitty-gritty. How much does it cost
All
to
right.
use IndieBoosting?
So they've got a few different options.
Okay,
They have a free pay-as-you-go model
okay,
where you purchase credits to be listed on booster channels.
gotcha.
And then they have 3 monthly subscription tiers.
Okay, cool. What are those?
We've got Starter, Amplify, and Dominance.
Oh, Dominus. That sounds very powerful.
It does.
So walk me through these tiers. What's included in each one?
So the starter package is kind of a good entry point.
Okay,
You get a set number of products and booster channels, along with a limited number of impressions and backlinks.
okay.
So it's good for just kind of dipping your toes in the water.
Perfect for testing it out.
Exactly.
What about Amplify?
So Amplify gives you more of everything. You get more products, more booster channels, more impressions, and more backlinks.
So it's for people who are ready to really
Exactly.
take it to the next level.
Yeah, they're ready to scale their exposure and drive serious traffic to their products.
Okay, and then Dominance, the big one.
Dominance is all about unlimited potential.
Okay.
So unlimited products, unlimited channels,
Wow.
unlimited impressions, the whole shebang.
So that's for someone who's really ready to
They're going all in.
go big or go home.
Exactly.
Okay, so it sounds like they've got a package for every level of ambition.
It seems like it.
What about becoming a booster?
Okay.
Is it a really exclusive club or can anyone join?
They actually emphasize that there are no strict requirements on traffic or
okay.
technical standards to become a booster.
So as long as your website is in one of their categories, you're good to go.
Pretty much.
So pretty much anyone with a website in the tech business or programming space
Yeah, those are the main categories.
can become a booster.
That's right.
Okay, cool. But there is like a product evaluation.
Right. So they do have a product evaluation process that
Okay.
involves both AI and a manual review,
Gotcha.
just to ensure the quality and relevance.
So they want to make sure it's a certain level
Yeah, they want to maintain a certain standard.
of quality within the network.
Right.
That makes sense. It's all about that balance between accessibility and quality control.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. The document also talks about IndieBoosting's commitment to privacy,
Yes.
which is really important these days.
Very important.
People are way more aware now of how their data is being used online.
Absolutely.
So what is IndieBoosting doing differently?
Well, they emphasize that they have a no tracking policy. So no cookies, no sharing data with third parties.
Okay.
They're really trying to position themselves as a privacy-conscious alternative in a landscape where data collection has become the norm.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, most places are just taking as much data as they can get.
It's true.
So this is really refreshing, and it aligns with that community-driven ethos that we talked about earlier.
Absolutely.
It shows that they're thinking about the long-term well-being of the creators they serve.
Yeah.
And they're also transparent about user rights regarding data access,
Nice.
modification, and deletion. So that helps build that trust.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but we're just getting started after a quick break. We'll dive even deeper into this whole concept of indie boosting and explore whether it could be a real game changer for the future of indie creation.
Sounds good. This whole concept of indie boosting really shows how the world of content creation and audience engagement is changing.
Yeah, it seems like we're moving away from the solo creator,
Right.
working in isolation, and towards a more connected and collaborative approach.
Absolutely. I think indie boosting is riding that wave.
Yeah.
Traditional advertising just isn't as effective as it used to be.
Right.
People are skeptical of big brands and those flashy marketing campaigns. They crave authentic recommendations.
Yeah, they want to hear it from someone they trust,
Exactly.
not just some random ad.
Right. It's like bringing back word of mouth marketing,
Yeah.
but on a much larger scale.
Yeah, exactly, because of the internet.
Exactly. And when you think about indie boosting's focus on tech business and programming,
Right.
it makes perfect sense because in those fields, credibility and trust are essential.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm looking for a new project management tool or a coding course,
Right.
I'm way more likely to trust a recommendation from a developer or someone I follow
Exactly.
than some random banner ad.
And that's a crucial insight.
Yeah.
It's about attracting a targeted audience
Right.
that's already interested in these types of products.
Yeah, it's like a matchmaking service for the indie world,
Yeah, I like that.
carefully pairing creators with their ideal audience.
I like that a lot.
Okay, but let's take a step back for a
Okay.
second. Are there any potential downsides to this approach?
That's a great question. It's always good to look at all sides.
Yeah.
Um, I think one concern could be the reliance on a single platform. What
Okay.
happens if indie boosting becomes the dominant force?
Yeah.
It could create a sense of dependence for both the boosters and the creators.
Yeah, putting all your eggs in one basket
Exactly.
can be risky.
Right.
Okay, what else?
I think another challenge could be maintaining quality control
Okay.
as the platform grows, making sure that all the products are valuable and relevant could become more and more difficult.
Right, but they do mention that two-step evaluation process
They do.
with the AI and the human review, so it seems like they're trying to stay on top of that.
Right. And it's worth noting that they're transparent about the fact that earnings aren't guaranteed.
Oh, that's cool.
They emphasize that indie boosting is a way to increase exposure and connect with audiences,
Right.
not some get-rich-quick scheme.
Which is refreshing to hear,
It is.
especially in the online marketing world.
Absolutely, where hype can overshadow reality.
Yeah, but overall, it seems like Indie Boosting has taken a thoughtful and community-minded approach.
I agree. They're passionate about supporting indie creators,
Yeah.
and it seems like they've really designed this platform with sustainability and ethics in mind.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all evolves.
It will.
Will Indie Boosting become the go-to platform for indie creators?
Who knows?
Or will it fade away as the internet changes?
We'll have to wait and see.
Only time will tell.
That's the beauty of it. We get to watch it all unfold.
That's true. But one thing is, for certain, the way we discover and consume content is constantly evolving.
Absolutely.
And platforms like Indie Boosting are at the forefront of that evolution.
I agree.
Okay, so let's wrap up our deep dive into Indie Boosting by revisiting the key takeaways and exploring some final thoughts. So we've talked about the features and the mechanics of Indie Boosting, but what really sticks out to me is this emphasis on community.
Yeah.
It feels like they're building something bigger than just a marketing platform.
Yeah, it's really interesting how they encourage that sense of give and take.
Right.
It's not just established creators helping out the newcomers. It's a two-way street where everyone benefits.
Right. Everyone succeeds together.
Exactly.
It's really cool. And it's a nice change from the competition that we see online so often.
It is. It's refreshing.
Yeah, and it seems like this approach is much more aligned with the values you see in the indie world.
Right.
The collaboration, the authenticity, a genuine desire to help each other out.
Absolutely. I think they're really tapping into that cultural shift.
Yeah.
Away from that every creator for themselves mentality.
Right. It's nice to see a platform encouraging cooperation and mutual support instead of pitting people against each other.
Yeah, for sure.
So if they can create this thriving ecosystem where indie creators can all help each other succeed,
Right.
that could be huge.
It could, and we can't overlook their commitment to privacy,
Yeah, that's a big one.
which is a major differentiator these days.
For sure.
That no tracking policy and the emphasis on user control over data
All right.
could be a big draw for creators who are wary of those big tech companies.
Oh, yeah, for sure. People are definitely more aware of how valuable their data is.
Absolutely.
So it's a smart move. I think it reflects a larger trend that we're seeing
I agree.
towards transparency, accountability, putting the user in control.
Yeah, it seems like they're aligning their business model with that increasing demand for privacy-focused solutions.
So is Indie Boosting the future of indie creation?
I don't know about that.
It's early, but it's definitely a platform to watch.
It is.
They're addressing some of the biggest challenges that indie creators face, like discoverability, credibility, and sustainable income.
For sure.
And they're doing it in a way that feels really innovative and true to the spirit of the indie community.
Yeah, I think the key takeaway here is that indie boosting represents a potential shift in how we think about online content creation and community building. It's
Yeah.
not just about individuals striving for success.
Right.
It's about fostering a supportive ecosystem where everyone can thrive.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And for all of you listening, here's something to think about.
Okay.
In a world flooded with algorithms and attention-grabbing headlines, could Indie Boosting's focus on authenticity, community, and ethical data practices be the key to a more meaningful and sustainable future for indie creators?
That's a good question.
It is a question worth exploring, so head over to indieboosting.com and see if it's the right fit for you. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.